Hello everybody and welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. club. And today I come to you from Sydney. I'm here at Martin Place and I'm just going to do a walk and talk and cover a few topics of interest as we normally do on Jim's 5 a.m. club, and see where it leads us, see where it takes us. It's Saturday early evening, late afternoon. The tables are out, they're all set. The restaurants are waiting for their patrons, and hopefully this Saturday night will be a little bit better than the previous Saturday nights. Anyway, let's continue our little journey. Just want to chat about a couple of things today, and I guess the thing of interest that I'm going to cover today is the 2000 Olympic Games that were held here in Sydney. I was very fortunate to have been at the opening ceremony with my family and witnessed the glory of Sydney. Sydney at its best, Australia at its best, and it'll go down without doubt, and it will continue to be the greatest games of all times. What I want to do is just walk around to Barrack Street and just show you something, a gift that the people of Athens gave to the people of Sydney for the honour of hosting the Olympic Games, and also for the honour of receiving the Olympic flag as they were going to host the Olympic Games in 2004. Not sure if many people are aware, but during that year, when I secured my tickets for the opening ceremony, I sat and thought to myself, what more can I do to make this a +10 experience for me and my family? So in my typical self, I decided to take the family, Paula and the kids, and to go to Greece to witness the lighting of the flame and the beginning of the Olympic flame journey from Olympia, and then to be at the opening ceremony and to welcome the Olympic flame into the arena and to be part of that awesome spectacle. So I'm here at Barrack Street. Don't know if you know where Barrack Street is. Not too many people do, but it's a little pedestrian walkway here in the city. Used to be a thoroughfare for cars, but now, as you can see, it's bare, it's quiet. There used to be a Greek restaurant just over here on the left, but that got sold to other interests. Not sure what's happening with it now. It doesn't look like it's doing all that much now with COVID. Maybe time for the Athenians to take it over again and to turn it into another thriving Greek restaurant. It's absolutely perfect. And here we have it. The statue of Athena, the statue of the goddess Athena. And let's read the plaque. Here's the plaque. Offered by the Mayor of Athens, Dimitrios Avramopoulos, to the Lord Mayor Frank Sartor and the City of Sydney, September 2000. What a glorious gift. And 20 years later, the statue, the mighty and beautiful statue of Athena, is standing proud here in front of this building, a building which hosts Doric, Corinthian, and what's the other one? And Ionian columns. What an amazing building. So at the top there you can probably see them. They're Corinthian columns. Then we've got Ionian ones. I think they're the only Ionian ones in the middle, and the bottom ones are the basic Doric columns. So a wonderful time, and as I said, I was at sorry about that. I was at the lighting of the flame ceremony in Olympia with Paula, Artemis, Catherine, my uncle George, my auntie Frida, my friend Nick Andriatakis and his family, and it was just a magical moment to be there, to be part of history. Anyway, that's basically it. So I'm going to keep it pretty light-hearted today, pretty light. But wherever you walk in the city of Sydney, you see evidence of a great Hellenic past which has been replicated and copied in architecture. We've got the old GPO over there with magnificent columns, and all the buildings here throughout the city, all the buildings here have got pieces of architecture which take us back to the glory times of Greece, which basically influenced much architecture throughout the world. You've got another building over there, and as you can see, it's all rock, column and structure. And as you can see here, you've got some faces carved into the stonework, and there are faces that could quite easily appear on an ancient Greek building. Let's go for a walk down here. I always love walking down this corridor. So majestic, so beautiful. But let me tell you a story. When I was at Olympia with the family and following the ceremony, Uncle George said, let's go and grab something to eat. And we went up to the town square, sat down at a cafe or a restaurant, or taverna actually, and had something to eat. We chatted, we laughed, we carried on. And then Uncle George and Auntie Frida were going to drive back to Corinth via the scenic route, and he had his Rolls Royce with him, but he had parked it a long way away because there was a lot of traffic when he got there. So in order not to miss the ceremony, he parked it maybe 2 or 3 kilometres away and walked with Auntie Frida. Anyway, as soon as he finished drinking his beer in the taverna, he got up, walked across the road, and there was a car driving past, and he pulled the driver over and told him to take him to his car. And it was quite funny, but you can do that in Greece. You can get away with that sort of stuff in Greece, especially if you're a charismatic man like my Uncle George. And you can imagine the shock and the horror of the driver who gave my Uncle George a lift to his car, to see that Uncle George got out and then got into a brand new Rolls Royce in Greece. It was funny. Uncle George was driving a better car than all the dignitaries, all the Sydney Australian dignitaries who'd come to Greece. All the people, the big noters, the big names who had come to Greece to be at this ceremony. They were driving around in hired limousines and hired cars, but nobody was driving in a Rolls Royce. And it was just so funny. My Uncle George, he's an absolute scream. He's funny, and he lived his life. Good luck to him. So that's basically it, I think, in terms of the story. But here we have again more evidence, more columns, more sculptures. And as my Uncle George used to say also, he says, everybody claims that they come from a magnificent country and a magnificent culture. But he always says to me, show me the evidence. Show me the evidence that their culture has stood the test of time and has changed mankind and is ever present in the world today, ever present in our architecture, ever present in our art, our theatre, our language, our music, our government, our laws, our grammar, our debating, our science, our chemistry, our astrology, our everything. You know, everybody can claim to have come from a magnificent culture, but where is the evidence? Where is the evidence, and how did that culture shape the world? As my Uncle George always says, the Greeks gave the world more than what the world could ever hope to repay. I'm standing here at the cenotaph, and I fondly also remember being here a couple of years ago where the Evzons, the Greek Presidential Guard, stood guard here for a couple of times, at an hour at a time, without moving, to honour the second Anzacs who fought alongside the Greeks during World War II in the Battle of Crete and the Battle of Greece. And it's just beautiful. It's beautiful to know that the Greeks and the Australians have always fought on the same side and have been partners and comrades in action. And as I mentioned before, Greece, historically, in the ancient times, protected the west from the Persians, from the Ottomans, and also during World War II, it was the Greeks, the mighty Greeks, who were able to inflict the first victory over Hitler and his Axis forces when they drove Mussolini's army back through Albania, and they retreated, forcing Hitler and his stronger forces to change plans, change direction, and come and defeat Greece in order to try and accomplish their plans. But because of the mighty Greeks, the mighty Greek resistance, which lasted, I think, 202 or 212 days, was enough to hinder the progress of the Nazi army, and to make sure that when they did attack Russia, it was in the depths of winter, which caused great problems and great grief, and was the beginning of the end for Hitler and his Axis forces. Anyway, let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay healthy, and stay relevant. And let's not forget the 2000 Olympic Games that were held here in Sydney. It was a magical time, a time that transformed this city. It was a buzz. It was a buzz with tourists, and it was a buzz with Australians and volunteers who made it the best games ever. And to always remember that when you're in the city, to come down to Barrack Street and to pay homage to the gift of the people of Athens, from the Mayor of Athens to the people of Sydney, as a thank you for the opportunity to be the next to host the Olympic Games, and also to learn from the example that the Australians provided. Even across the road there, you've got a building with columns. I think they're either the Doric or the Ionic column, but it's just beautiful. I love this part of Sydney. The buildings are just absolutely magnificent. There's no way in the world that you could ever replace these, or to do them honour or justice, because the workmanship is just far too great. too time consuming. Bye for now, and until we chat again, I look forward to coming to you again from another place here in Sydney, showing off the beauty of this place, the magical place of Sydney, and to come to you with another message tomorrow morning. Yassas, bye for now, and until we meet again, ciao, yassas and bye.